I'm Guy Silvestro.
I'm Jody Frandl.
I'm DJ Trigg.
I'm Dawn Corinne.
I'm David Green. And I'm Hav Bastidas. This is 60 Monkeys.
We begin tonight with a profile of a young artist from Greenwich, Connecticut, who is making waves in the international world of modern art with the emergence of the Nanoist movement. His work, though unconventional, has received so much acclaim that Jean Leblanc just might become a legend in his own time. His medium is trash, and his main tools are his fondue fork and his ability to see art in every corner.
Nanoism simply is really an exploration of the beauty that is nothing. I'd like to bring attention to the world of the texture of nothing. The people that really realize in our society what the hoi polloi about us are doing with, you know, all the mucky-muck stuff that they play with. I saw a man with like a little shopping cart of like Olympia beer and Schlitz or something, and I thought it absolutely beautiful, it made me weep. And I realized that more people amongst us should take appreciation to this kind of stuff. And sometimes I'm stuck here in the studio and I don't like going out so much, so I had to create my own chaos. And here's a work in progress. This is a piece that will eventually become what I call iridescent rain. And just to give you a sense of what it's going to sort of look like in the end, it's going to be, I'm sorry, it's like that. White on white, but behind it is the chaos. Understand?
Having been an art critic for over 20 years, I often get asked, at what point did you find brilliance in an artist or take notice of them? For me, in the Nanoism movement, I first knew that Jean was an artist of brilliance when I witnessed his piece, Gutterscape No. 16. The juxtaposition of the cigarette butt with the small piece of dog feces was really brilliant. And at first seemed random, but on closer inspection, it's a reflection, meditation, if you will, on the dirtiness of life. But the feces represents rebirth and regeneration and recycling, and just the whole, it all comes around. We start, we eat, we shit, and it's all part of the same beautiful thing.
One of the artist's first admirers was world-renowned curator Francesca Labouquet.
When I first discovered the art of Jean Leblanc for my gallery, I was moved to tears. I loved it. And I remember the first time I saw this piece right here, I wanted very much to curl up in the fetal position and to stay there all weekend. This is good art. Now this is the example of classic nanoism. For what you have is you have the basics, you have the metal, and you have the everyday paper together combined on this wonderful, gorgeous canvas. It makes me a little nauseous in the belly. And this is when I know it's art that is good for the soul and good for my own purposes. This next piece is simply my favorite because it is so celestial. Is that how you say? It is like, you know, comparing the beauty of the sun with the simplicity of the backyard swimming pool. No?
So I am in the import and export business, and I have quite a few liquid assets that I quite frankly need to have slightly more solid. I originally became acquainted with Jean, although I really can't say his name very well, by the curator of the local art place, Francesca something or other. She acquainted me with him for, well, I don't know, 4 weeks ago or so, and I started buying his work at least 3 weeks ago. And it speaks to me in many ways, like it is quite deep and yet shallow, much like Women I Date. And I'm not really sure how many more pieces I'm going to buy, but it's lovely stuff. It goes very well with my furniture at home and as well as in my Hummer.
Well, it's really quite amazing, actually. Jean was assigned to my class for 4 years in a row, from 8th grade to he graduated. And, I mean, his work when he came in was amazing. He was just a master already. I knew he just had the gift. But we worked together on minimizing brushstroke and kind of limiting his technique rather than bringing too much in. And he did that work of art. He actually did a series 1 week of all the food from the dining room, and it was amazing. That week we had hoagies. I'll never forget what he did with the chicken nuggets. There was that nacho piece with the spork, and I mean, it was so inspiring to watch him work. You know, I mean, it made me hungry, but not for lunch, for art.
We've chosen our subject tonight because he's just received the National Association's Distinguished Artist Award as a first-time entrant. Jean is not the only artist in Greenwich, however. This is Vincent Fox. He paints murals. Big murals. His murals take 2 to 3 years to create. Vincent has studied throughout Europe, but Vincent came in second place.
How does it feel to be second best? Well, it's not good. I mean, I suppose it is an accomplishment. I am better than most, but at the same time, I'm not the best. And if you see what the best produces, then, you know, maybe I don't want to be the best. Honestly, a cigarette butt in the can. I paint murals. That's art. I paint shifts in time. That's art. His kind of art, I mean, I've got more art coming out of my ass. Can I say ass? I've got more art coming out of my ear. Almost nothing. Virtually nothing. I lost to nothing. That doesn't feel good. I gotta be honest. I mean, some of his pieces kind of leave me wondering, why are we calling this art? Like there's a little painting, like a little spray paint in the middle of a cement circle, and people are like, oh, it reminds me of this, that, and it's like, no, it's the spray paint circle in the middle. I mean, people do that when they're doing construction, for Christ's sake.
What's it like to receive the National Association's Distinguished Artist Award? Well, the nada is every artist's dream. The nada is something now, isn't it? And I'm all about nothing. And so it's all very confusing and overwhelming. I remember back in 8th grade, when Sandy Mercer, my old art teacher, told me about the nada. I think it was after a piece on mashed potatoes with gravy I had done. She said it was worthy of a nada then, and I didn't believe in it, and I had no confidence in my work though. But now everything changes, and now I'm with Sandy. She's my lover and my support and my inspiration for everything I do.
Same here, same here. I just want to take this opportunity to say how proud I am of Jean for finally winning the Nada. He's always had it in him, and I'm just so proud that I know young artists are going to be looking up to you when they see cigarette butts and Coke cans. I mean, it won't be any other way.
Thank you, Donna. That's very sweet of you.
We leave Jean LeBlanc in the comfort of his nothingness. So, when you next visit the Guggenheim, don't blink, for you might miss the Nanoist.